Well, it seems like it's now going to be an annual thing. This is going to be your Blade Show video, pre-Blade Show video. I always do a things you should do at Blade Show, do's and don'ts. So I'm going to do another one for you guys. My name is Brad, and welcome back to Screaminpirate EDC. This is going to be 2024's do's and don'ts for Blade Show. Now, I saw this over on Facebook in one of the groups I'm in. They were talking about it, and I figured I would look at some of their ideas and sprinkle in a few of my own. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead. I have a list of all the do's and don'ts, and let's go and hop into it. So we're going to start with the don'ts here. First thing, I know it seems like a nonsensical thing to say. Please don't forget deodorant. It's a lot of people in a not very big space. Well, it's huge when you look at it compared to other shows, but it's a lot of people. We all sweat. We just do. We have BO. Put on deodorant, please. Next, you are going to have people who like Balisongs. Maybe you like Balisongs. Please flip them off in like a corner with the rest of the Bally Boys or over at the Balisong booths if they want you there doing that. Do not flip a Balisong while walking up and down the aisles. Every year, and I mean every year, somebody has a Balisong, they toss it in the air, they don't catch it when it comes down, and it hits somebody. Last year, that's what happened. It bounced off the floor, hit somebody in the foot, and it cut somebody. Don't be doing it. Just don't. All right? We all enjoy this show, and we want to continue enjoying it. After that, if you do not own a knife, if it is not yours, in your possession, I don't want to see anybody opening a knife and going, ooh, I have this piece of paper, and cutting through it. Don't do that. That's not your knife. Don't be testing an edge of a knife that doesn't belong to you. Next is going to be, if you feel sick, I understand the show is once a year. If you are sick, don't come to the show, please. Please, please. I understand that con flu is a thing, but dear God, I don't want to get it again. Okay? Okay. Next, don't be a hermit, guys. Don't stay in your room. Don't, only be at, one booth the entire time. It's a huge show. Check out other booths. In the evenings, the hotel that is attached to where Blade Show is, the Renaissance, there is a place called The Pit. You can't miss it if you literally go from the show floor over to the hotel. I'm going to be down there every single night. There's a lot of makers. There's a lot of vendors that are down there, and we all hang out and we all talk every night. You should definitely stop by. Also, speaking of all of that, don't try to see it all in one day. Just look up the showroom floor. Look it up. It's huge. There's no way that you can efficiently see everything in a day. And even if you are efficient about it, guess what? You probably missed something, or you wanted to see something again or talk to somebody. So don't try to do it all in one day. If you only have one day, it's going to be tight. And then finally, don't forget to eat. There's right outside the venue, there is a Chick-fil-A little vendor. And now the line gets stupid long, but there's also restaurants right downstairs. And just go get food. You're gonna get tired. You need to eat. Don't forget, okay? And now that we have all that out of the way, let's do some positives here, guys. So before I get right into that, don't rely on an ATM. There is an ATM that is, I think there's one in the hotel lobby that's attached, and I know there's one that is downstairs directly from the show. So you walk out, there's escalators that go down. Here's the thing. Last 2-3 years, that ATM has been out of cash. There's nothing in it. So then you have to route to a bank and get in a car and drive or walk somewhere, and you're now gone for an hour or two, depending on how bad parking is. Try to bring the cash you expect to bring. And honestly, if you only want to spend $400, know what you want to buy. So that brings me to the next thing. Obviously, bring cash, but some vendors, I'm going to say this, take PayPal and Venmo. I know a couple custom makers that do it. I know some of the bigger makers do it. I know for a fact that if you go up to Wii or Spyderco, you can pay with PayPal, Venmo, etc. That's fine there, but don't count on it. Now, that does take me into another thing, which is you know, map out the booths. If you want to go see Spyderco, you need to know where they are. So, for example, you walk in, ProTech is on your right, and if you turn left and go all the way to the end, that's Spyderco. You should know where that is if that's somewhere you want to visit. Map it out, draw a little route for yourself, because it is a big showroom, and there's two. It's not just one showroom. There is a big one, and then there's a small one that is down the hall, so you have to exit and go all the way around to get to it. Just some information there, guys. Also, because I am saying it is a big place, wear comfortable shoes. Seriously. I don't care what you consider comfortable, but wear them, okay? And I don't mean like flip-flops, because, well, there are knives out. And don't do that. So, you know, wear something like a pair of tennis shoes that has a lot of cushioning, like a pair of like Hoka's or Adidas or anything like that. Wear something comfortable. Your feet will thank you later. After that, bring a water bottle. You're gonna need to be hydrated. There are water fountains like right outside the venue. You can go fill up your water bottle. Everybody does. You'll be much happier for it. Also, where are you gonna put that water bottle? Backpack. Please, for the love of everything, bring a small backpack. Not a big one, a little one. You know, don't bring like a big old camping roll, because honestly, everyone's gonna be mad at you. I mean, seriously. People are probably gonna, you know, brush by you and you're gonna think they're shoving you because you have such a big bag that's top heavy. They're not, I promise. It's just bring a small backpack. Now, since you have all of that in your hand, you have your water bottle and you're at the show, if you're going up to a table, I would say 8 times out of 10, you should ask before you touch anything on the table. What I mean by that is if you are going to, let me see, I have a bunch of knives down here, guys, and I'm going to show you a few. If you are walking up to like Arcane, you know, Israel over Arcane, or like we and Civivi, they both have a bunch of knives on the table. Israel will do his very best to talk to everybody that walks up. But we and Civivi have a booth that is 4 times the size of everyone else's. Seriously. It is literally 4 booths, basically in a square. And they can't get to everybody. There are knives out. You can pick them up. It's okay. They will probably have a little sign up that says it's okay to pick them up. But 9 times out of 10, you need to ask before you pick up the knives. Don't just go grabbing a knife off a table. If you walk up to Sparrow Knife Co. and go see Greg, and you see something like this sitting on the table that is a full custom, don't grab that off the table. That's just don't. Okay? Ask if you can pick it up. Ask if you can check it out. They're really more than happy to do that. But with that being said, when you do pick it up, you do not need to be wiping off the blade. The person who is at the booth will do that. That is not your responsibility. Don't worry about that, okay? Finally, if you're picking up knives, well, there's a lot of people there. You should probably have some hand sanitizer. Use hand sanitizer. There's a lot of people. There's kids. Germs spread, okay? Use hand sanitizer. Now, with that also being said, guys, I'm going to have a big old list of vendors that I think you all should check out. I'm going to show you some knives here and booths that you should just absolutely stop by and see, because some of these knives you can only see at Blade Show, and some knives are made for Blade Show. There are custom makers every year go all out, and their auction piece is absolutely nuts. So, top of my list is going to be Koenig. It is one of those knives that unless they are in stock at like USA Made Blade and you were in North Carolina, you probably have never seen one of these in person, most likely. Well, as long as you get to Koenig, I would say before noon each day, they will have something on the table for you to see. Even if it is the auction or, you know, however they're going to do that, they always have a fancy piece. Even if it's just to see it. Or you can always ask the team over at Koenig. 9 times out of 10, they have an Arius in their pocket, and they'll let you check it out. So head over there. You can check out a full size. You can check out a mini. I know they're making a bunch for the show. After that, I gotta give it up for Null Knives, guys. You know I love his stuff. I love Sean's stuff. He really makes some great pieces. He will be there. Definitely go check him out. And on that note, check out Sparrow Knife Co, guys. You know I love my production strix. You know I love my custom strix. Greg is a great maker and a really nice guy. Go check out his booth. Another one is kind of twofold. Civivis are becoming more popular, but you should go check out the booth because also there are going to be knives that they have in like a glass case that's like all their prototypes, and you can kind of see them there. And they're going to have everything else that's in production just out, and you can see it. And, you know, you can buy it. 9 times out of 10, you can buy the knives that are there, you know, sitting at these booths, guys, unless they're a full custom piece or they're a prototype, you can buy it. So, you know, walk up to the booths, check them out. If you love it and it's not one of those things, always ask if you can buy the piece. After that, I have to give it up to my friends over at Keennison. You need to go check out Keennison Knives. I love the Basset Hound. You guys know I love the Basset Hound. They make amazing customs. Definitely go check them out. Oh, who else, guys? Oh, I'm going to do some younger makers here, guys, that I just are making stunning pieces that you may not know about. McCoy Blade Works, guys. Jake McCoy is going to be there. Definitely check out his stuff. And another maker that is around the same age as him that is doing insane work is going to be Hypercut Manufacturing. Yep, Hypercut will be there. So definitely go check him out as well. And along those lines, my friend Boatwright Blade Works that made the fixed blade that I designed, guys, he's going to be there as well. So you need to go check all of them out. These are fantastic. These guys are just, they're in their, you know, mid to late 20s, and they're just making absolute bangers. So go check them out. After that, let's check out some automatics. I really think you should check out Heretic and Microtech. They are both going to be there. Now, if memory serves, both of them operate the same way that, say, Spyderco does, where everything is in a glass display case and you have to ask to see something. Because they are very popular, you may need to wait in a line to get up to the glass case. So, check them out. I know they're going to have tons of product at the show. With that being said, guys, there are a few that are going to be there for the first time. You got to check them out. To my memory, Daily Custom Shop has never been to Blade Show before. I could be dead wrong. Please correct me down below if I am. They are going to be there. Go check them out. I am loving the AK1 if you guys have seen my Instagram. Speaking of someone who's going to be there for their very first time, you should recognize that sound. You should know I like that. Winter Blade Co. is going to be at Blade Show. Brian Winters will be there. You need to go stop by his booth. Killer stuff. Who else do I really recommend, guys? Well, let's do a few others that I know that you guys know that I like. Jack Wolf Knives. If you like slip joints, he's going to have a big old booth with basically every model, 9 times out of 10. Go check it out. And he'll have the latest one. So the mini of this, the mini cyborg, he's going to have mini cyborgs, which will be really cool to check out. Brian Brown, you guys know I love him. He will be there at the show. So you can check out a Corvus. He will most likely have one of these, a Jaeger, and any customs that he's done. So definitely go check Brian out. Also, Mech Force will be there. You guys know I loved this Tashi collaboration. Tashi will be there as well. Check them both out. And a few more guys. I already mentioned Arcane. You need to go check out Israel. Check out McNeese. Jonathan McNeese will be there with his team. He will have a ton of these. The 3.5s and the 3s. He's going to have a ton. He always does. If this is something you've been hunting for, go check him out. And the final two for me, guys, that I think you got to check out. One is going to be Prince Customs. He has been winning awards with a lot of his designs. And this latest one is absolutely killer. I'm hoping that he'll have some at the show. I'm fairly certain he will. You should definitely check these out. They are crazy smooth. And then finally, you need to go check out ProTech. They're right to the right as soon as you walk in. I have been told that they have a ton of exclusives for the show that are going to be to celebrate their anniversary. I think it's their 20th or 25th anniversary this year, guys. Definitely check out ProTech. I will be there to check them out as well. I know this was a lot of information. Hopefully this is helpful to you. If it is, say so down below. If you have something on your do's and don'ts that I didn't mention, tell me and the others down below, and I'll catch you at Blade Show.